Bang! Neeves Knives. I'm Jared, and today we're taking a quick look at one of Divo's new prototype knives, and I have to say, I really like this one. I think this is extremely well done, and I know it's just a prototype, so, there are things subject to change, and especially for that reason, because I have very minimal complaints on this one, but, I have a couple, but all in all, as a tool, as a knife, as a functioning pocket knife, checks pretty much every box. Then visually, it does have a damn good look to it. Beautiful, I would call it a sheep's foot style blade. Nice hollow grind. Then we have a titanium scales with a titanium liner lock. I thought it was steel at first, but once I found out it is titanium in there, that upped it even more. Okay, so the pre-order is going to be October 15th at 1 p.m. Eastern, and there's going to be four different versions, four different variations between black and satin, or all black, or all, plain. Then the expected delivery is going to be the first quarter of 2023. I absolutely love that. I love titanium liner locks. The action, this whole deployment is perfectly well placed. I mean, when I say perfectly, I mean perfectly. Regardless if you're using the reverse flick or the thumb flick, both are equally as good. And I like when I get a knife like that, because a lot of times with a whole deployment, you're going to get one or the other. Either one is better for the thumb, or one is better for the reverse flick. In this case, equally as good. And since Lefty EDC made it, he did make it lefty friendly, and it absolutely is, with a reversible deep carry wire pocket clip. And I love wire pocket clips. They function great. You can see the back spacer there. We have a blackened out titanium back spacer. And then the drop is oh so smooth. Very, very smooth. Now, we have this top flipper. Now, I do want to take back something I said in a live, and, well, not take it back. Let me explain it a little bit better. So, with a lot of front flippers, they are right in the front and they poke up, which makes it to where you can put your thumb right in front of it, pop it over, and they work great. And then you can sit here and do like that trick, and then reach around trick. You can do all that good stuff, right? Now, this one is not like that. It's more similar to like the ones that have like the front flipper that just pops up in the middle, where it's kind of like lighting a lighter, more so than using a front flipper, if that makes sense. Even the Peñas have it kind of like that, where it's more of a pull down effect rather than taking your thumb and putting it in the front and yanking back. You're putting your thumb on top of it and basically letting the jimping catch traction to your finger, and you're just yanking down. Very similar to lighting a lighter, which is satisfying in its own way. So I do really like that. And Lefty said that this one has a little bit of a stronger detent, which it kind of does for this front flipper. But, I mean, it's still fine. I can still do it. Doing this motion is not as easy, but with the thumb, I can reliably do it every single time. I'll never miss it, and it's very comfortable. It works great. It's just not going to do this type of thing, and this one, for this detent, is not the easiest. Now, like I said, I can do it, but he said that's going to be lightened up just a little bit, which will make it even easier for even this one, which, like I said, this one, going with my thumb, it's perfectly fine. Like, you don't even have to change anything, and it's great to me. So, that being said, I think it's an amazing front flipper. I think it works great. I think a lot of people are going to functionally be able to use it, maybe even easier than these ones, just because, I mean, most people grow up knowing how to light a lighter. So if you know how to light a lighter, you can easily flip this, and that's what it's like. So very easy to use, very controlled. The one thing, though, is you can't slow roll it. Unlike ones like this, where it pokes out all the way, all the way around, where you can, lock it up even if you do slow roll it. This one you can't do that with, because you lose it. So once it breaks, it's gone. So that's why you have to go through with it all the way when you do it, when you flick it. But works great. I love it. I think it looks great. Nice little mohawk look. And yeah, and again, it's going to work equally as good left or right-handed, of course. Now, the ergos with this thing. This is one of the most comfortable knives I've felt all year. Extremely comfortable. It is slightly contoured, perfect thickness, perfect width. I love that these slabs of titanium, well, not slabs, but the scales of the titanium are thick and wide, and it fills your hand while not being too thick, not too fat. And I can squeeze it with all my might, and it is very comfortable. I can tell, I can bear down, I could cut straps very comfortably, pinch grips very comfortably, push cuts. Just about any grip is going to be very comfortable. So I love that. Sharpening choil, done very well. They missed the plunge grind. I mean, I usually like as much as I can get, but this still passes. Starts here, ends here. They gave you a little life to sharpen off, even if you lower back the angle, especially with a hollow grind. So, what are my complaints? What are my complaints on this bad boy? So, I really technically only have one, and it's very small, and I'm sure he's going to deal with it anyways, but the liner lock access. Now, it's still okay. So, it's in the I could get by category. However, if I was going to want something changed, if I was going to nitpick and say to make it perfect, I would say knock this back a little bit, give me a little bit better access. They did make it poke up ever so slightly, and it works, but it could be that much better. I'm not sure if taking off any back here would do any good, or if that would be a negative or a positive. Maybe like a tiny hint right there. I mean, like super tiny, and then knock this back a good amount. I think that would just take it over the top. Yeah, like I said, good looking knife, very well done, very well designed, well executed. Like I said, this is a prototype, so I'm not going to nitpick about it not being centered and things like that. That wouldn't make sense, right? I'm not going to nitpick on things that I know are, going to be different when the production model comes out. Nice big hardware all the way around. Another thing I love to see. Lots of milling on the inside, so it is relatively light for a full-size titanium knife. I love I can get nice and tight to that blade. Man, looks good closed. Yeah, they kicked ass again, and I got to give it to Lefty and Colin, man. They are kicking ass all the way around. I'm very happy for them. I consider him a good friend at this point, and I want nothing but the best for him. So I'm always excited to see what he's got coming out next, and I'm excited to see him and his company grow, man. So shout out to them, and thank you guys for watching. Love you guys. Peace.